right, guys, what's up? It's Justin Kahn back at it with another Fractal Radio, and today we are exploring the harvest. I'm joined by Caio and Ferran, the two co-founders, and I've got to say, like, we played this game already a couple months ago, and it's got to be one of my favorites. Super immersive. So, guys, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. Very well.
Doing great. Thanks for the invite.
Awesome. So, explain for everybody, what is the harvest, and how did you guys come to be building this game?
Yeah, the Harvest is a third-person shooter with, let's say, MOBA elements and also some mechanics from different genres. I can say that maybe to have a clear idea, it's like playing Smite, but fast-paced, you know? So with a lot of movement, a lot of dynamics. And then we also include some mechanics from Battle Royale. So for example, you can help your teammates when they are down, or for example, we will include a circle of essence that you will be aware from. So we are trying to mix that, including, of course, all the blockchain thing. So I guess it could be a brief intro about the game. And let me say that also maybe some people is talking about similitudes with Overwatch, because we have heroes there with different powers that you can play as a team with different kind of strategies. So more or less, this is the harvest.
Awesome.
And to complement Ferran, Justin, one very important aspect of the game, it's time box as well. So the match lasts 10 minutes. So if you're coming home from work late, you have like 20 minutes, want to play 1-2 matches, you can, and then hop to school, hop to work, and this is something very unique about the harvest as well.
It seems like you guys have put a lot of thought into it. How did you guys come up with the game, and is your background in gaming? How did you guys start building this game?
Yeah, I guess that we are making the game that we really love to play, let's say, because we have been, I guess, both, also Caio and myself, shooter gamers for a long time. I'm talking about 20 years ago when I used to play Counter-Strike and organizing Spanish championships and the first servers for Counter-Strike 1.6. So it was amazing days. I used to play a lot Quake 3 and more recently, let's say, games like, I don't know, PUBG. But I started with H1Z1, you know, the first version of Battle Royale mode. Then I moved to PUBG, more than 2,000 hours invested in this game. And then I used to play right now also MOBAs, all kinds, and Warzone every day, maybe 1 or 2 hours. So yeah, I guess that we had very clear that a combination of different genres and proven mechanics, so that we know that it work. So it could be a good stuff to make this game.
And also, Ferran, I think it's very important to tell about the story regarding games. I'm more on the publishing side, helping the harvest be a success, both through partners, but Ferran and most of the Brit Studios has been developing games for the past 20-something years. They're OGs in the area, and I think it would be awesome for you to tell your story, Ferran, like all the projects you work at, all the games you did. For example, crypto games, they have to be live ops, so the tokens unlock in like 4 or 5 years. And one thing that is key, like Ferran does games that last for decades, so this is awesome.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The team behind the harvest is amazing. It's not only me, but I don't know. For example, our CTO Jordi Guerrero, he used to work a lot of years in Ubisoft, making AAA games, also in King and other big companies. The same with the producer, the same with the art director that he was working on Take-Two, for example. So we are some kind of veterans and seasoned gamers and also game developers. My last time during 1 year, I was working with Konami in a really big project also. So yes, we have this background, and it's amazing because also the harvest, it's not only our storytelling, but the game itself has a really huge storytelling. We are creating a new world IP with heroes, different planets, ecosystems, and we want to go also with the blockchain there with some kind of virtual land. So yeah, it's an amazing project, to be honest, and let's see what happens in the next month.
Awesome. Well, when I played it, it was super fast paced and really easy to understand. You know, it was really easy to jump in. If someone who's, I also played Counter-Strike when I was 20 years ago, 1.6, and I played a lot of shooters, and it was really easy to dive in and understand what's going on, and had some of those mechanics from battle royales, like you were saying, like reviving my teammates and stuff. So I found it pretty fun, and I think I won, that game that we played. So maybe you were going easy on me, but it was a lot of fun. So tell us about the release. Like, what's your plan for releasing it? Yeah.
For sure. The game's coming out October this year. So if you're a PC player, you have your PC ready. It's not going to be like Elden Ring heavy. It's going to be optimized. It's going to be friendly for you to onboard your 5-year-old gaming PC. It's going to be super okay to hop in and play the Harvest. So we have made all of this in mind. So it's super soon. We're having our mint in Fractal by the end of the month, which is going to be amazing. It's going to be your first chance to get your hands in one of our NFTs that we are going to explain here as well, how they work in the game and why we built this game with such a deep it's not about just the NFTs, but it's like giving ownership to the player. So you're just playing an awesome game, and by the way, you own the assets. So this is the goal with the Harvest, and we also want to get the Harvest on the hands of everyone in the world. So we're releasing it for mobile as well, coming June next year, both for iOS and Android. So these are the release schedules for the Harvest and its NFT sale.
So tell me the storyline of the game. I forgot to ask about that. Like, what's the plot of the game? What are you doing as a character in these battles?
It's the game. It's a new universe that it could be in the future, in the past, doesn't matter the timeline, to be honest. And it's about a universe where there are several civilizations, several planets. Some of them still to be discovered. So we will start with 4 civilizations or maybe 5. It will depend on the production development. But all these civilizations, they know that there is a planet that is called Origin, where they can go and get an essence that will give them the eternal life and also some kind of powers to create new guns and to dominate the universe, So they are going to this planet, and that's why the game is called the Harvest, because they are going there and they need to harvest this essence from this planet and to win the battle, So it has a lot of lore and storytelling behind this planet. So it was habitated by a civilization that was like, the Romans by the end of the empire, where they were like lazy, and they were like, and the planet was like, okay, you are not being correct, and the same planet destroyed this ancient civilization, and now the planet it's like a dangerous place to go. But at the same time, it's something that everybody and all the civilizations, they want to go. So we are like playing with this lore, and then every civilization has their own lore. So I can explain a lot about that, but I don't want to take a lot of time. But for example, Let me explain about one of them. There is one civilization that is called Imperial Triarchy. These guys, they used to live underground because this planet were under the control of giant insects. So they spend centuries making new technology, and then they come to the surface and they kill all these big and giant insects, and they conquered this planet. But then they become really aggressive. So they start making spaceships, and they go through the universe, conquering other planets. And this is important to understand why this civilization is that much, aggressive, or they are the assassins of the game. And every civilization has their heroes, and everyone is a different class. So we have our tank, our vanguard, our sniper, of course, our, this is the way we are trying to do that with a nice storytelling behind.
Amazing. Okay, cool. So tell us about the drop. Like you're going to drop this new collection with Fractal. What's it going to be? How's it going to interact with the game?
Awesome. So let's first start with the mechanics of the game. So imagine you're starting a match, and before the match starts, you can preload your hero. So you have a deck of cards that it's what we're dropping on Fractal. So they're going to be boxes of 40 and 10 boxes. And before the match starts, you are able to choose 10 cards. So I'll go there, check my deck. So I'm playing with my friends. They're more offensive. I'm going to be the tank. Okay, I'm going to choose not only a tank hero, but I'm going to get, for example, an angel that if I die, it's going to revive me. I'm going to get some cards to reduce revive cooldowns, maybe more defense, maybe a mana shield or something like this. And the match is going to start. Every time I'm level up inside the game, I'm able to choose one card from the 10 that are available. So imagine I level up, 2 cards will pop up. From those 2 cards, I choose one. So in a match, I level up 5 times. So from the 10 cards, I choose 5 cards, basically, from the beginning to the end of the match. This creates something very dynamic because I have a bunch of cards, but even though I chose 10, inside the match, I have to have leveling mechanics. So since the game is only 10 minutes, if we had made a shopping that you had to go to purchase items or a courier to bring it to you, it would take too much time. So basically you think about your deck prior to the match, you made some mistakes, but okay, you can correct it midway by choosing the cards according to your level up. And this how the cards and the NFTs impact the game. So it's something very, very core.
Cool.
And we have also created a very cool mechanic for you to improve your NFTs that also creates a deflationary mechanic for both tokens and NFTs. So how does it work? I'm playing with my heroes and I have my NFT cards. I can use my in-game currency, which is called EOL. So that's the essence that all these civilizations go to the planet to fight for. And with this EOL, I'm going to increase my level of the card. But there's going to be a cap. So for example, when I level up my card to 2, I cannot get it beyond that unless I combine an identical NFT. So burning an identical NFT will allow me to level it up to 4. But it will also give me a unique power. So each card, you're able to give it 3 unique powers by burning NFTs. So to basically max my card, I need to combine 3 identical ones, which will give me 3 unique powers and also the ability to level it up to max. So it's something very cool because, of course, there are going to be those clutch cards, those cards that you just don't want to level it up. And this will reward basically the players that play the game. Like players who get the feeling, who understand how the meta game works, will also understand which cards they should level, which cards they shouldn't level. And this is something very cool that we built with in the game. Ferran, do you have anything else that I forgot?
No. Of course, what we had in mind when we decided to go blockchain and put tokens in the game was this philosophy of game first. So we want people to enjoy playing the game, that they want to play again and again and again, and we have been making tests and it happens. So we are really happy with that. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you can find a video with the players' reactions. And it's really, really cool. And when I was thinking with Caio about which is the smartest way to put NFTs in the game to be, let's say, gamer friendly, it was like, it came to my mind Diablo with the black market, you remember?
No.
So it was like, okay, I have my own items, but with blockchain and smart contracts, we can do it legal and correctly. So it's like, okay, you get a card, like Caio said, you improve this card by playing, and then when it's level, I don't know, level 4, you can decide if you want to sell it to the other members of the community, because your card is unique. Because with these systems that Caio said, you are creating your own card. It's quite impossible to have another card identical, you know? So it's like, yeah. It's like, it has a lot of power, you know?
So there's a crafting component where you're crafting something unique by playing the game, and I love this idea of the cards on top of these, you know, as it's like a dynamic tech tree basically that you select every time to like that makes each match unique, right? That's pretty cool.
Precisely. So for you to get a flawless card, so imagine, of course, right now players don't know which are gonna be the main ones. And the game designers also, they develop stuff, and the metagame just draws and goes a completely different way, and it happens a lot. So players are going to be minting cards, trying to get the perfect stat. And if you have the card that you combine them, it has like, I don't know if for that card it's going to be power, it's going to be more defense, but they're going to be those flawless ones that players are going to be crying for and fighting hard to get them, basically.
I love it. That's awesome. Cool. So that's what's coming out this month, like right before the end of the month, is a mint where you're releasing packs of cards to players. So, and if you don't mint a pack, like you'll be able to, I guess it's a free to play game, right? So you'll be able to play the game without these NFTs, but this will enable you to have these powers in the game.
Precisely. So the idea is to get the harvest on the hands as many people as possible. So you get common cards, that's how we call them, if you don't purchase it. Of course, they're going to be weaker abilities. They're going to be as cool as the NFT ones. But if you're a super try-hard player and you love the harvest and you keep leveling it up, you're going to be able to level it up to max and turn your common card into an NFT. So this is something very cool we're doing to give not making the game pay to win, basically, to give players with amazing skills and dedication to the project to also participate into the NFT ecosystem. And we're also using Fractal Wallet that will allow players basically to do a social login. And for example, you don't know this is an NFT game. You saw a Harvest ad playing Candy Crush or some other casual game. You download it on your phone, you start playing, you log in with Google, and boom, 2 years later, you find out that you, for example, own an NFT and you can sell it. It's going to be on your Fractal wallet that you use to sign in with Gmail. It's going to be on Solana right there. Okay, by the way, I want to sell it. 2 years later, you sell it, it's an NFT. So everything that we're doing inside the game clients, everything is going to be on the blockchain, but we want to make the blockchain visible, basically. You're going to be using it. You're going to be having the ownership of the asset. So you're not having leasing contracts with us like you have with traditional gaming. No, it's your asset. And this is something we're very excited about.
But what I love most about your guys' philosophy, and I've been saying this a long time, is, it has to be fun first, right? It has to be a great game first. Like all the economic components are like, amazing. And I think that will unlock like really people being even more immersed into these worlds, but it has to be a fun game first. And when we played your game, it was like, I was having like a great time. Like there was no, the alpha build didn't have like, an NFT component yet, like that was being built in, but it was such a fun game to play. It was something that I wanted to play, to continue playing. And so I think this is like, you guys have the opportunity to be one of those very first games where it's like, and that's a blockchain game, but it's actually like a game that people just want to play. They don't care that it's a blockchain game, and then at the back end, then it becomes interesting once they're already immersed in the world.
That's it. That's exactly. That's one of the missions of our company as a developer of blockchain games, because it's like we would like to educate, or I don't know if it's educate, or at least give the opportunity to those millions of people that now maybe don't understand how to use the blockchain and NFTs, let's say, correctly. And we will try to do that and to onboard all these guys to say, okay, it's a free-to-play game. That's perfect. If I want to pay with fiat, so normal currencies, you will be able to do that, of course. And if at some point you said, okay, wait, I am investing hundreds of hours in this game, and I want to have the opportunity to sell these NFTs, okay, go crypto and connect like with your wallet or whatever. But we want to be very, very inclusive. So this is one of the, I guess, most differential things, because at this moment, the games that we have seen or we have been played in the play to earn, let's say, industry, I don't know.
They're not that good.
Yeah, maybe it's more boring. It's just to earn, No. Our game is more like play. And if you want to earn, guy, you can do that if you want. We give you the tools to do that, and very easy. But first, having a really good time. Yes, this is the most important thing.
Awesome. And so I guess this also lends itself to a pretty, the way you're doing the collections lends itself to an easy way to do like expansion packs or like future NFT drops that have, like different cards that change the meta over time, right?
Yeah, because it will be a live ops game. Our team, we have a lot of experience with live ops games. We have been managing games that last for 6, 7, 8 years in the market in the past. And I guess that it's one of our expertise to make games, not only thinking about the new content, of course, we will have new heroes, new skins, new maps, new game modes, everything that is more common, but also when it comes to the technology, because we are making our own entity component system or our own shooting framework. So it's a game, but also it's a platform, that we can make it grow and make really nice stuff, because it will not have constraints, It's something that we control, and we can create and evolve this world. So this is very important also.
Awesome. I love that. Is there anything else that we haven't covered that you want to talk about?
A very important one. We're having a Fractal Tournament.
Yes.
So we just announced it. It's happening in 4 days. So make sure to go to fractal.is and check it out. It's going to be super cool. There's going to be a $3,000 prize in cash, crypto cash. So it's going to be something very cool to motivate the community. All the OG communities are invited for this battle, but this is just the first tournament that's happening. There are going to be many others with Fractal. If you like, I don't know, if you're listening and you like to do a tournament with us, we're super down for it. Starting this month, our servers are going to be live 24/7 in 4 continents, so it's something very cool. We're going to be hosting over 3,000 players per month. So come out, play the game, give us your feedback, help us balance it. So when October comes, we are very prepared for a global launch and make the Harvest a huge success.
Yeah, sorry.
It is such a fun game. I just want to say that I've said it twice on this podcast already, but it's such a fun game. I encourage everyone to go try it. It's like so much fun.
Let me add something very fast, because as Caio said, we are hosting these tournaments, but also I guess that is still possible if you join the Discord channel, the official one of the Harvest. We are giving special NFTs for battle tags and this kind of very unique, because now we are, I guess, 10,000 people in Discord and growing. And for these early adopters, we will have this kind of special drops, and we will start putting in front of them choices. For example, they will be able to choose the next hero, some stuff related with the art, also namings. So we want to put everything on the community side to feel them that they are creating the game with us. So it would be cool if everybody is following Discord also.
Oh yeah, you guys mentioned that earlier, that you were doing, building this one in the open with the community. Are there other ways that you're seeing, like involving the community and owning, in ownership, having the ownership over the game?
For sure, and this is why we went the Web3 way. So this is naturally going to happen both with our token price and our NFT prices. So we're kind of community hostages, and we love it because when you have like a product roadmap, you're guessing a lot of times, you're doing some soft interview, but like when your players have skin in the game by owning your NFTs and they can sell it anytime, like my CS skin is on Valve. Like if I have a hate day on CS, I have very low liquidity, I cannot sell it safely, but here's the opposite. So this way, we kind of have to listen to community. That's why we're here. So I don't know, like playing WoW my whole life, I only saw the developers a couple of times. And here's the opposite on Web3. Like you're a Web3 co-founder, and we see your face all the time. And this is why we did this. So this is why we want the community. You guys have to decide. Come to Discord. You see, we're very active. We do lots of tournaments. Basically, we're building the game with you. So what you're gonna play today is not gonna be what you're gonna play in 1 month, and it's not going to be what you play on release, because we make mistakes. We had some assumptions, and before we put the game live, some were right, some were wrong, and we keep iterating. So for example, the battle royale mode, the community is asking, like, why not on the last few minutes have a closing ring? We have all this built, we can just flip it up, do some tests, get the feedbacks. Okay, I like it, I don't like it. Then we measure. If you guys like it, we just keep it up and we build the game together. So, and that's why it's very important what Ferran said about building building this framework because it's a very potent shooter engine. So we do lots of scripting. It's not locked into Unreal, even though we love Unreal. That's why we use them as backend. But we want to be free to build stuff out of normality, that just what the community wants, basically.
Awesome. Cool. So where can people find out more about the Harvest?
Fractal is an amazing way. So we have a very good looking page there. You can both go there and see on the top left corner both the tournament and the minting that is coming soon. And also on Fractal website, that's not Fractal website, my bad, the Harvest website, which is theharvestgame.com. We also have our Twitter, which is twitter.com/theharvestgame, and our Discord, which you can find the link very easily on our website or Twitter itself.
Yeah.
Amazing.
If people wants to play the game, I guess that maybe the best way is Discord, because we are making dozens of gameplays during all the weeks, because as Caio said, this is crucial for us to have all the feedback from players, and yeah, it's the way to make it really good and cool. At the end of the day, the game is for them to enjoy, so we are very open-minded with that.
Awesome. Yes, everybody should go play it right now. So much fun.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining. And we're going to look for the Harvest this month. Check out the tournament. Super cool. We're doing a lot more tournaments with Fractal. And this is like a game that lends itself to have a tournament. Super fun. Awesome, guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.